Drew, first up, how's the feeling finally getting into round one and for you a milestone?
Yeah, feeling's good. It's been 5 months since we started pre-season training, and I think we worked out the season only goes for 5.5 months. So great to be playing some games. The form of the team's been progressively better throughout the NAB series, so we go into round one feeling good.
And for you, the milestone obviously being achieved, you ticking that one off. It's been a fair while coming.
Yeah, it's always, I suppose, been in the back of my mind all pre-season. Pretty fortunate to be in a position to play 200, and it's been due to the support of a lot of people. So I guess I'm the one out there doing it on the weekend, but there's plenty of people at the club and family as well who look after me.
Was there a stage where you thought, you've been troubled by the feet so much that you thought, oh, maybe I'm not going to get there?
Not at all. Throughout 2010, when I broke my feet 3 times, I wasn't ever thinking that was the end. I always knew, and the medical staff always told me that there was every chance that I'd be back to full fitness, and I am now. So I've had pretty much 2 full pre-seasons since that, and the feet feel great.
How many more left? A year, 2 years, 3?
I'm 29, so I'm still young.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not at that dreaded 30 yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm contracted for this year and next year. Certainly hoping to be able to play one more after that, and then I guess you assess from there. But at any stage, it can end at very quickly. So you certainly make the most of every opportunity.
So looking ahead to the game this week, Hanson's pulled out and Grimmer's unlikely. I guess how's that changed things for you guys with Essendon's pretty tall forward line?
Yeah, they've got a good forward line, especially with Ryder and Hurley playing as well as he has been the last few months, so or the last part of the NAB Cup. So we've got plenty of guys to fill that role in Luke Delaney, Cameron Pedersen as well, Scotty Thompson. So we're fortunate to be in a position to have a bit of depth with Lockie and Nathan Grimer going to miss probably going to miss a couple of games, I'd say.
Yep. Can you tell us a little bit about Luke Delaney, what you know and what you've seen?
Yeah, he's a very honest defender. He's a good full-back, strong. He's had a few seasons now at the footy club. He's one of the best in the gym at the training he does. So he's also got the ability to run off half-back. So if he plays on Hurley or Ryder on Saturday night, he'll have his hands full, but certainly got the confidence that he can do it for us.
When you say he's the best in the gym, what's he lift or what?
Yeah, he's pushing about 140 kilos with 1 repetition. So I think there's a couple other guys, Robbie Tarrant, Scotty Thompson as well. Those guys are pushing those sort of numbers. So yeah, the strength of those guys is pretty useful on the weekend.
What about your role this year? I mean, are you a chance to be down there at all, or what have you been told for this season?
I hope not. I had a bit of a go at the back line many years ago, and every now and again I float through there, but I try not to get inside defensive 50 when I can. And Brad's been great in just letting me play in the forward line ever since he came to the footy club. So hopefully I can stay in that half of the forward half of the ground.
And with Hamish and Todd both being back, look like they're going to work in unison. That relieves you a little bit from that duties as well.
Yeah, it does. I think Hamish will be set for a pretty good year. I don't want to, put too much pressure on the guy, but after missing basically a whole year of footy, he'll be really keen to come back. And Todd as well, having a breakout year. Those 2 guys up and about will be a great ruck duo for us.
How many debutants could there possibly be this week?
I doubt that there'll be any. We've had a couple of guys come through the rookie list that played late last year, so I expect we see a few more of those guys this year. But as for debutants this year, I don't think we'll see any round 1, but later in the year we might.
The challenge through this year is obviously to compete with the top teams. What have you sort of worked on that enable you to do that?
Yeah, that's, I suppose, been a bit of a knock against us the last couple of years, is the top 4 sides give us a bit of a hiding. So keeping the ball in our possession, I guess, so working on our skills a lot, as most sides will have done this pre-season, is work on their skills, but we gave up the footy a little bit too much in the last couple of years, and just the ability to play 4 quarters. We're good for 1 and 2 quarters, but then the 3rd and 4th can be pretty dismal. So the ability, that's through your fitness and your concentration as well. So concentration is something that it's hard to train, but when we switch off, we get beaten pretty badly.
You're one of the lower teams that uncontested possession last year. Is that something you're trying to work on, maybe to get a bit more free ball?
Yeah. I guess it's just about when you've got it in your hands, just make sure you can get it to a teammate in time and space so he can run and use the footy instead of, I guess, doubting your ability to hit that target. And that's why I've done the skills work over summer.
There's been the leadership change, obviously, with Boomer and Andrew. You were in the mix for that. What was your emotion when Andrew was announced?
Very excited for him. I really was, and ever since he's taken over, he's bouncing around the footy club, and he's pretty excited to be in the position. And I'm just there as a support mechanism for him, just to try and help him when he needs help, when he asks for it. So it's been a very smooth transition. The process, the club, did their due diligence, and it was a lengthy process, and they made sure they got the right guy. But I can tell you, they certainly did.
Was it something you wanted to do?
Yeah, I would have loved the opportunity to captain the footy club. I reckon a lot of people out there would, and it'd be great to have followed Brent Harvey and Adam Simpson before him, but it wasn't the case. And I'm just super excited for Andrew.
How come you've got such a good record against Essendon in recent years, do you reckon?
Yeah, there's a bit of a healthy rivalry. I know that most clubs who play against Essendon like to think they've got a rivalry, and I guess it's a testament to how strong a club they've been and respected club. So every time you run out there, you want to beat them. And I was an Essendon supporter as a kid, and I live in the suburb as well, so I've been threatened all week that people are going to egg me house if we beat them. But the rivalry goes back to the whole Pagan era when the Marshmallows all started and things like that. So it's living on, and we love playing the Bombers.
Who's the best player you've seen in your journey at North, Drew?
I spent the first 2 years with Wayne Carey, so that was a really good time. Apart from him, I'd probably have to say Brent Harvey. He's no doubt been our best player for the last 10 years at the footy club, and he took me under his wing in my second year. I moved in with him, lived with him for a couple of years, so I got to see how a professional AFL player prepared and played their footy, so I'd have to say Brent Harvey.
Still going pretty strong as well?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, as long as he keeps his pace and those cheeky balks and runs down the wings, he'll be a great player for the footy club, and he's still got plenty of years ahead of him.
How much confidence did you get out of that effort against Carlton, Drew? Just you specifically, you grabbing it pretty well.
Yeah, I was. I had a good day. I guess everything went well. The boys moved the footy from defence into attack really well, and I was able to get some space through the movement of the other forwards. So I got a lot of credit that day, but there was lots of other players who helped me play well against Carlton. It's nice to have a game like that leading into the season, but it was a practice game, and all those stats and pats on the back don't really count for anything.
And there's another baby on the way.
Yeah,
Soon.
Very soon. Yeah, about 2 weeks, a bit over 2 weeks away from second child being born. So I've had the conversation with the wife about what if she goes into labour on game day. So no doubt you want to know the answer to that. Yeah. I won't be missing a game of footy. So
She's okay with that?
yeah, she's good with that. Yeah, if it was my first child, we agreed that I'd miss the game. But lucky we had him in October, so that was the off season, so it was perfect. And this time I won't miss a game.